welcome to another video. So today I'm going to show you some of the stuff I bought while I was in America. While I was in America, I went to a store called Dick's Sporting Goods. I don't know if they have them on the West Coast, but if you live on the East Coast, chances are you probably have heard of Dick's Sporting Goods. But it's a pretty good sporting goods store. It's got a lot of selection and stuff, and the staff is usually very, very knowledgeable, so they're really helpful. But I went shopping there actually twice within 2 days over the winter to buy some running stuff. So I'm going to show you all the good stuff I bought. So the first thing I bought was shoes. In my last video that I made, I talked about my shoes and said that they weren't very good for running. I mean, they were very light, but they had no cushioning or padding or anything. And a bunch of you gave me some suggestions. I had one suggestion for Nike, because when the air runs out, then they'll send you a new pair of shoes. And I got a lot of suggestions for New Balance. And, of course, I took those into consideration. And also, I think Busan Kevin runs with Asics, so I was considering those three options. And when I went to Dick's Sporting Goods, the staff member, he came over and he told me, okay, stand straight, let's look at your foot and how your arch works and everything. So I stood straight, and I'm overpronate, which means, normally it's kind of out like this, but I'm like this. Basically, I'm a little bit flat-footed, the high and low of it. I'm a little bit flat-footed. So he gave me a few suggestions of stuff with good support, and he gave me three that were highly suggested. So he gave me a pair of Nikes, he gave me a pair of Asics, and he gave me a pair of Brooks. Now, I've heard of Brooks shoes a lot in America. I've heard about them, but I think in high school my coach suggested Brooks. But of course in high school I was paying for them, and they're really expensive, so I didn't get them. But that's the kind of shoes I got. I got the Brooks one. The Nike ones didn't fit right. Nike has never fit me right. I've never been a big fan of Nike anything ever. So yeah, I didn't like the Nike very much, and it was a close call between these and the Asics. But these ones have a really good support right here in my arch, and I can feel it. And so these are the ones I got. So these are my new running shoes. They're Brooks. They're nice. I like them a lot. Yay! So I've not actually gone running yet in them. I only got back, 2 days ago, 3 days ago. And the first day I was home on Monday was a holiday, but I had a lot of stuff to do, so I couldn't run. And now every time I get off work, it's getting dark, or it is dark, and I don't like running in the dark. So I've not actually used them yet, which is kind of sad, but that's okay. What else did I buy? I bought this little fella. This little guy's kind of cool. It's a little pouch, and if you might have seen this before. iPod has this little thing that it's this and this, and you put this on the back of your iPod, and you put this in your shoe. And of course, it has a Nike on it. There's the Nike shoes, many of the Nike running shoes, you lift up the left shoe, and you put this right in the hole, and then, or not the left shoe, the left sole, and there's a little hole for this to go. And it's basically, you plug it into your iPod, and it gives you a bunch of data, and it is a pedometer and all that stuff. And on your iPod, you can check all the stats and everything. And if you go to, I don't know the website yet, but if you go to a certain website, you could get a lot of other statistics about, your run and stuff. So this actually, my fiance bought, but with his graduate work, he hadn't been able to use it yet. So I took it from him. And this right here, since I bought Brooks and not Nike, this right here basically gets strapped right to the front of my shoe. And then I put this in here, like this. And then while I'm running, it does the pedometer stuff. So it's basically a super accurate pedometer, or at least moderately accurate pedometer. But the little pouch goes right here on top of my shoelaces. It's got Velcro all the way back. And I will have a good pedometer to be able to tell me how far I run. And other than that, I got a bunch of clothes. They didn't have the kind of pants I was looking for. I was looking for a specific kind of pants, and they didn't have them, so I was upset. But I realized after I had bought everything that all of the clothes I had bought were Adidas. So I've always been kind of an Adidas snob, so that's kind of my guilty confession. But I bought these, and they're capris, but I can wear them underneath these. I bought a pair of windbreakers, kind of running pants, so I could wear them, the capris underneath these, and it'll keep me at least moderately warm. And also I got a pair of leggings that will work, and I got another pair of capris. And also, when it warms up a little bit more, these will be spectacular. And then just a shirt. Yeah, it's a really thin shirt. It's Climacool, so it's technically supposed to make me cool instead of hot. Basically, it drags the sweat off my body, so it has that cool little thing in the back. It drags the sweat off my back, and it has the cool little things in my underarms and everywhere where I sweat. I guess those are the only two places. Oh, in the back of my neck. So everywhere I would sweat normally, they put those things in. So it's supposed to keep me cool. But since it's long sleeve, I figure I can wear it underneath my jacket and then feel kind of warm. Yeah, but they didn't have much in the way of warm clothes. I was looking specifically for, I've seen them before, but they're basically like my capris, except all the way down to the leg, and they're very straight leg all the way down and very form-fitting all the way down. But I couldn't find them, so I was kind of sad. And the last thing I got is this. I actually didn't buy this, and I definitely didn't get it at Dick's Sporting Goods, but it's my fiance's. I stole his iPod. I did give him my iPod in return. My iPod is the weird generation of Nano. So this is a Nano, iPod Nano, and there's one generation of Nano that was really bizarre because it was like square like this. Not square, but rectangle and short and fat, whereas all the other Nanos have always been this. But one generation, they just decided, hey, let's change it. And that's the generation I have. And it doesn't have a camera. And while I've been running a few times, I wanted a camera, I could take video with this, and I wanted to take video of pretty stuff, because I run near Hikajigawa. I've said that before, and I've also taken video down there during Hanami. But I've been running, and I've always wanted to take video, but I didn't have a camera. So he bought this before he came to Japan. And again, he is doing graduate work and thesis work and all that other stuff, so he doesn't really have time to go running, so I stole his iPod. And that is why I stole this also. This doesn't work with my generation iPod, but it does work with this generation, so I stole these from him. I gave him my iPod in return, it's not like I left him with nothing. But anyway, and of course, an armband. But anyway, so that's all my new running stuff. Yay! I've said I've not used them yet, but I'm very excited to use them, and I will use them soon. And then I'll make a video about how wonderful it is. Or I'll make a video while I'm running, or not while I'm running, but on a break or something. But anyway, that is all the stuff I bought. Yay! I hope you enjoyed, and thank you for everyone who left comments on the last video about running to give me advice about shoes. Sorry I didn't take any of your advice, but these shoes that were actually the most comfortable and the best feeling on my feet. But that's all I have for you today. Thanks for watching. Peace.